on mute. Let her mute. Hey, girl.
Hey, Pauline, how are you?
I'm good,
Thanks.
How you doing?
Good.
Welcome to Xcuse Me Miss.
Ooh, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm just trying to position myself. Okay, cool. So, thank you so much for coming on the show today. How you feeling?
Oh, thank you for having me.
You look lovely, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for giving me a reason to see myself out today. I wasn't looking like this about 5 hours ago.
Nah, you look fine, babe. You look gorgeous. So we are celebrating International Cesarean Awareness Month. So I obviously reached out to you because I know you're a midwife, but not only are you a midwife, you actually had a cesarean yourself.
Yeah, I sure did. They sliced me.
So I want to kind of run through the timeline in terms of how you, obviously you got married. Shout out to you and your husband. You got married and you let them know she's taken. So you got married and then you obviously became pregnant, and you were pregnant during the pandemic, right?
Yeah. So
how was that feeling?
Well, it started off when we wasn't in a pandemic, and then it went into the pandemic. But initially, I suppose the biggest changes were that partners couldn't come to everything. But if I'm completely honest, it was like my husband didn't mind. He was even happy.
Oh, no way.
And he was just like, come to the next scan. He's just like, well, what's the difference? Said, you're going to hear a heartbeat. It's just like, did I not hear it the last time? I'm like, okay.
So could you not have she was your first, right?
Yeah, literally. My first and only.
For now. So you didn't have the normal birthing classes, or did you?
No, exactly. Yeah, that was one thing that we missed out on. They were all like Zoom or like YouTube, a lot of people said, but it's just different. And like, even though I was a midwife, it would be nice to have gone to all those stuff with like Val there. Because I think if it was more interactive, he would have definitely like wanted to do all those stuff. Because you get to meet other people. That's the main reason why you do stuff. I honestly don't think people pick up anything. I think it's just more so you kind of build some friends. As sad as that is.
No, I get that. So let me ask you a question. So being a midwife already, did you feel like you knew everything, or did you kind of, were you still a bit apprehensive?
Yeah, I purposely did switch off my midwife brain, but I've got to be honest, there was parts I didn't even have to switch off. It just wasn't there. It's just different. Like since coming back and being a midwife, since having a kid, I feel a bit different towards the ladies. A lot more empathetic.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so good to hear. So you're more like empathetic towards your peers, basically.
Yeah, I wasn't horrible.
The same grace back when you
exactly. No, exactly. It's no joke, you know. Like literally. Hey, it's no joke.
Well, I want to ask about did you and your husband plan the birth? Like in terms of the labor, because I haven't got no kids yet, but you know me, I'm a bit glam, so I've already got like, I want a video camera man there, I want a photograph camera man there, like just ready to snap me to get that shot, you know, my hair done. I don't know if I want, you know, braids or if I want a lace front, or I don't know, but did you plan in terms of like how you were going to give birth, like a water birth? A lot of women plan that, so did you guys have any plans?
No. So I purposely didn't plan anything, only because I see where reality doesn't meet expectation, and I see the aftermath, like what happens to ladies. Like there's a lot of depression and stuff like that. I think it's just like in the peer pressure, like people always telling their birth stories. The only thing I planned was I'm gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna take anything and everything in regards to pain relief. But then my mum was like, "No, you will not have epidural." I said, "Yeah, I will."
Your mum said no to epidural?
Yeah, she's mad. In the nicest way. I love her. But
why
she didn't
say no to epidural?
They just get scared about having back problems in the future, but things have changed. Maybe with their epidurals, I'm not going to speak during those times, but things have changed so much. It's not like that.
So there's because I suffer from sciatica, so I had to have somewhat of like an epidural injection a few years ago, and they said, oh, it's just like what we give, you know, mums when, you know, they're having C-sections and stuff. When I tell you the pain after having that injection, the pain went. I was just like, oh, this is amazing.
Good stuff,
so,
man.
did you have epidural in the end then?
No, so I had an emergency section. So I had a spinal, which is similar to an epidural in terms of the procedure.
Okay.
The only difference is that nothing stays in your back, so similar to what you probably had, and it's a lot heavier, the substance they use. Like, so the pain relief was like 100%. You don't feel nothing.
Okay. So at what point did the doctors tell you, okay, you need to have emergency C-section?
Well, I went into like natural labor, and then I went to like the lowest unit. I thought, okay, cool, let me give this thing a go, you know? I didn't plan to really get medical, but at the same time, I was quite open. So I went there, and then my little girl's heart rate just kept on dropping. I think I was there for maybe like half an hour. I had the pethidine. The pethidine was good stuff. It makes you feel high. That mixed with the gas in there, I was in a different world. It was amazing. But her heart rate.
Message me that after, so I know to ask for that when I'm giving birth.
That one, girl. That was the good stuff. That combo right there. Oof. But yeah, so it was high. It was nice, but unfortunately, her heart rate was still dropping. So it was like, we need to transfer you to the labor wards because there's like a lot more things to monitor baby with. I said, yeah, that's fine. So we went. As soon as I was there, I think like within maybe another half an hour. I don't know if these times are right because when you're there, everything just like goes past. But I was there for some time, not too long, and then the doctor came in and was just like, oh, we need to have a cesarean section. And I literally just said, nope. And he walked out. That was it. That's all I remember.
So you can actually tell them no. Yeah,
everyone's got a choice. I don't really advocate that you should do what I did because at the end of the day I had a section. But everyone's got their own choice. So after saying no, her heart rate literally
hold that thought because I want to quickly get into some more music. This is actually one of your choices. This is Case by Tenny. So why did you choose this song?
Because I'm a sucker for love. I'm literally a sucker for love. I love it. I literally like I sing that song and obviously my husband pops in my head. I'm like, mate, like literally, I'm a sucker. And even now, my baby girl, I'm just a sucker for love, really.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so this is Case, a choice from Ossie, and we're gonna have more on her story right after this. Anything you want, baby, that's for you, baby. Okay, same battery low. Just check it out. Okay. You all okay?
Yeah.
You all okay? Enjoying the vibes?
Enjoying.
You all okay?
Be good.
You enjoying the vibes?
I am indeed, girl. I'm enjoying them.
You're doing great. You're doing great. I've got so many messages and comments coming through.
Whoa.
No, good. They're good comments.
Okay.
Okay. So we're coming back in about a minute and a half, okay?
Okay, cool. It says live at the top, so I'm like...
We're live on YouTube. Live on YouTube, but we're not live on air.
Got ya. Oh, dear.
Okay, give me 2 seconds, darling.
That's fine.
Huh? I don't know. So I've got 20%. That will be enough, but are you sure? Yeah, but I'm gonna have to chat to him. Because he was charging his phone. He has his phone charging. He's charging his MacBook. No, but he knew you hadn't. I know. Okay.
Oh, I just realised my handle was spelled wrong.
You've realised what?
The handle's spelled wrong. I literally just realised right now. But it's fine.
Don't worry, they can find you on the Instagram. Don't worry.
Yeah,
We'll mend that when it goes out. Don't worry.
Nice.
You feeling good?
Good, girl. Let's
Good.
go.
Okay, we're gonna go live again in about 20 seconds, my darling.
Okay.
Hey, be a bit. The sounds of Tenny right here on the Beat London 103.6 FM. I'm your girl, Miss P, and I am joined by the lovely.
Aussie.
Say your name, girl.
Igbo princess.
Why can't we not hear you? Aussie, are you there?
I'm here, girl. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, baby. I can hear you.
There we go.
Technical hitches. We live. Oh yeah, so let's do that. Well, let's do it one more time. So this is Xcuse Me Miss with your girl Miss P and
Aussie, aka Igbo princess.
Come on. Well, you're no longer an Igbo princess, darling.
I know, Igbo princess turned Edo queen.
Oh yeah, there you go. So I'm being told by the people at the back they want you to speak up a little bit louder if you can.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you were telling us your story about going into labor, and you basically the doctor came in and said we need to have a emergency C-section, and you said no. So why did you say no?
I just didn't want to scar. I literally just didn't. Yeah, it's a real thing. Like when everyone's trying to be doing
your figure is ripped. Your figure
well,
is just yeah.
It wasn't. it was nearly, and then I had a baby, and now we've given up on that. But still, like all bikini these days are like high thigh. Low. Like the scar is popping out on both of them. It's quite sad.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
I've done a bit of research. Because I've done a bit of research, and I did read that a few people, women actually go out of their way to laser the scar to make it less visible.
It's totally something I'll do. 100%. At the end of all the kids, I'm gonna fix my body.
Okay. So, so tell me. So what changed your mind?
Oh, her heart rate. Honestly, it just comes down to the main thing, and this is what I tell all the ladies. Like now, it's like when you're leaving the hospital, like when you had this dream and you had this dream of a water birth. I'm sure the main part of that dream was leaving with your kids or children, however many you've had.
Yeah.
So you can't have anything mess that up, because that's the major thing. That's the thing that sticks for life. Not whether you had a normal delivery and no tears, or you didn't have any pain relief. All of that stuff is like minute. It's like a fart in the wind, quite frankly, to the main picture. You just want to make sure you and your baby are safe. So yeah, that was all it.
Okay. And so how did your body feel? Talk to me how your body felt after.
Do you know, the cesarean section was absolutely fine. Like some ladies have fears of like them feeling stuff. I didn't feel anything. As in no pain. It was fine. And then afterwards was okay. It was like Val wasn't there because of the pandemic. So it was just you and your baby. And then you had the midwives and support workers to help you. So that was, it was okay.
One birthing partner.
Yeah, so you had Val at the birthing partner, but literally you get to the door, Val goes, and you go to the ward with the baby. Like there was no visitors at that point.
Oh wow!
So you had a birthing partner, but that was it. So once you're on the ward, bye Val. But so yeah, so but it was okay. In the hospital, you have like oral morphine, so you're good. You have your pain relief plus like breakthrough pain relief, so you're quite comfortable. The main thing is when you go home, because at that point all you got is paracetamol, ibuprofen, and those stuff just about treat a bad period.
just about. Yeah, it's a lot. We go through a lot. But I wanted to ask, because basically when I asked about how your body felt, because in Congolese tradition, I know once you have your baby, they do that, you know, they tie your stomach,
Right.
and then like
Yeah.
they throw like hot water on your stomach to kind of get your stomach flat. And I know like my stepmom, she had all of my younger sisters by cesarean, and she couldn't have that.
I was
So
gonna
she wasn't able to have that because obviously, yeah, it's scared that it's gonna pop and stuff. So how did you like that? And then also I remember my dad, this is the most romantic my dad's ever been for an African man. He went and bought her like these plastic stools to kind of lift up her feet, because the pain of the stitch was, the recovery was really, really bad, and it's sore and painful. So how was
No,
it
is
for
that
you?
yeah, it was all days. It was day 7. I think between day 7 and 10 was like the worst stage for me. And I think it's because this is going to sound, but I'm just going to be real. It's going to sound really crude, but you're not as mobile. You're taking all these drugs, which are basically, they cause constipation. And I was breastfeeding at the time. So any fluid I had was just going to the breast milk. So like literally I got to a point where I was just constipated, and that was the worst pain ever. Because you can't, it's weird. Like when you're trying to squeeze, it was painful, but at the same time, that was probably just the worst. But once I got over that, which was about between day 7 to 10, it was okay. I think I was walking around in Croydon actually a week later after being trapped at home.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but I can't say it's a walk in the park. Definitely not.
No. Pregnancy in general is not even a walk in the park. So seriously, big shout out to you for obviously carrying your baby, having a healthy baby during the pandemic, and delivering it, and you know, bringing her out. And she's so adorable.
Oh, she is perfect.
No, she is. She's adorable. I love it. Tell me about how what your husband thought about you having a cesarean, with obviously it being your first child.
Yeah, so when he was sleeping, when I woke him up to tell him the news, he was next to me.
Listen,
sleeping.
You're not making Val look good, you know.
I know, right? Bless him. But it was, to be fair, we did labour for it. Like I was labouring the whole day before, all night, and then we was there in the morning again. So bless him. But he kicked at that point. So I woke him up. I was like, babe, I'm going for cesarean section. And he was like, okay, went back to bed. I said, no, you need to wake up. I'm going for cesarean section. And then all the doctors come, because it's an emergency, all the doctors come in, they want you to sign this, sign that. Everyone wants to talk to you, tell you what they're going to be doing in the theatre. So at that point, I started crying. And then Val started crying, bless him, because he saw me crying. And I think that was the moment where it was just almost like, I don't want her to go through this, because it's seen as just like, it is major surgery at the end of the day. And it's almost just like, oh my gosh, my wife is going into major surgery. And if you've never seen it before, you'll see it as, it can be, and it is quite a scary thing, if that makes sense. So yeah, so
and that's I feel like people throw, sorry, go on, my darling.
No, go for it. People throw.
No, I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of people just throw around, cesarean, C-section, cesarean, but it is major surgery.
No, it is. It's actually major surgery. They cut through 7 layers to get to that baby, and they're having to sew it all up. So it's no joke. Wow. You can't drive after. Like your insurance is invalid for like, I think it's 6 to 8 weeks. So it's literally major surgery. I think there's other surgeries you can go in and come out, and that's not affecting you. So yeah. So when I went in,
no, we should have laughed.
No, literally, like it's a real deal. But yeah, so I went in, and then Val had to follow me after. But I think at that point he called his mum just for some support, and that's probably when it was. I think they both kind of broke down to each other, because I think his mum had a section before, so she's thinking, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. You know, parents always see us as more fragile than we are. They're like, oh, my baby is going in for section. So it was like an emotional roller coaster. One that he actually says he's not willing to do that all over again. Like it just has to be like we walk in and we walk out. None of this drama like last time.
Oh yeah. No, I totally hear you on that. So can I ask you to just quickly just put your midwife hat on, and because is it true that once you've had a cesarean you can't have a natural vaginal birth?
No. So once you've had one cesarean section, you get the choice to have a cesarean section or trial for a normal delivery next time. They will more than often advise you to try for a normal delivery. because normal deliveries or vaginal deliveries are more safer. They're more safer, and they also cost a lot less for the NHS. And yeah, they're a lot nicer to your body in the long run. So you get the choice. However, if you was to then have 2 cesarean sections and you're trying to come back for a normal delivery, at that point you're at a higher risk, and I would advise that you just continue to have sections.
So you're gonna try for a vaginal birth next time?
Nope.
Oh,
nope.
no,
I am having
no.
elective sections. Yes, I know. The whole thing, I spoke to this is for me personally. So I was indecisive. And then I actually spoke to the doctor that done my cesarean section. And she said that the inside of my pelvis was just too small. And my baby was very small. So the fact that her little head couldn't fit through my little pelvis, babies only get bigger. So yeah. So that's for me personally.
This is true.
Yeah, I got that. But I think everyone needs to find out. Don't just make the decision based on thingy. Try to look back at your notes, get the doctors to explain it to you. Because even though as a midwife, I needed the person that actually done the section to tell me, hey, this is what it looks like inside you. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So we're going to take a quick music break, and then we're going to take an ad break as well. But when we come back, we're going to talk about some of the comments that we've received back, and some of the Black women and their maternal health. I found some interesting data, which I was shocked at. So we're going to discuss it all after this. But for now, this is Meg Thee Stallion featuring The Baby, one of my favorite songs with Cry Baby. So keep it right here on the beat. Keep on my diamonds and sex. What's your name? Hey, girl.
Hello, darling. Can you hear me properly now?
I can, but there's a little bit of a delay, but we'll figure it out. I don't know if it's on my Wi-Fi or anything. So I feel there's a little bit of delay. So I feel like I'm talking over you, but it's okay. You sound crystal clear, so it's fine.
I'm next to the phone. Yeah, it's good. It is. It's scary because I'm like, I don't know who's watching this, but it's good.
Oh, excuse me, miss. The beat London. It can't be scary. It's fine. Don't worry. Is Val with you?
He's upstairs. No, he's not watching. Look at him.
Oh, okay.
He's upstairs
watching. Say for him if he wanted to jump on.
Let me quickly call him and ask him. He wouldn't even mind that.
We've got a little bit of an ad break, so we've... Yeah, time to come on and see.
Okay, let me run upstairs. I've got 10 seconds.
No worries.
Oh, babe.
No, we've got about 5 minutes. So we've got about a 5-minute break.
Oh, 5 minutes. Okay, Pauline said, do you want to come on?
Yeah.
To talk about your experience. You got like literally 3 minutes to get dressed. If you want, if not, it's fine.
He's got 10 minutes to get dressed.
You got 10 minutes to get dressed, she said. Okay, quick there, yeah? All right, see you in a bit, babe.
Yay! We got our first mister.
There we go.
See, I knew if you ask, he'll say yes. If you ask, he'll say yes.
If you ask, he'll say yes. Now, I said to Val, I said, oh, you have to like switch the TV off, but you can stay down here and support me.
Yeah.
He waited until you said, hey, and he's like, good luck, babe. Bye.
No, he's too sweet. I love it. I'm gonna I just want to pull up a few stats and stuff. I'm just hoping that this battery lasts me. So we've got about, let's see how long of the interview we've got left. I think I've got about 15 minutes with you guys. Thank you so much again for joining.
Oh no, thank you for having me. It's fun. I do enjoy stuff like this, as nerve-wracking as it is. It's something different. Something different.
So I have got about 15 minutes with you guys. So I'm going to talk about a few of the stats. Talk about how you guys felt the recovery. I'm going to read some of the comments, what people have said. You can respond as a mother who's had a C-section, but feel free to respond as well as a midwife, or even as a friend. So I'm just gonna pull these up. Let's play some music.
The British government say the two leaders stressed that violence is unacceptable and said they'll work through the institutions of the Good Friday Agreement. And finally, US President Joe Biden has revealed plans to curb dangerous gun control laws in the country. One of the key targets is ghost guns, which are homemade guns.
Okay. You got a second? Oh, so I didn't have your. So I didn't have your song, the Davido song. But
Oh,
you have Fantasia. I know.
Like, you didn't have my name.
I tried to get it for you. I don't have that. I don't have it. Oh my god.
That's all right.
10% left.
All right. I feel like I have to always pick that song because it's my name. So it's all right.
Okay, that's why you picked it. All right.
Yeah.
So, my darling, I've got about let's have a look. Got about we're gonna come on at 10 past. So I'm just gonna quickly try and charge this device.
That's fine. That's fine.
Time. So
that's all right.
So you won't hear me for a little bit, okay?
That's all right. That's fine.
Charge this.
How long?
Okay, cool.
Why do you want to look at one? Said it's about 5. So she's got another 15 minutes with us, and then that's it. She said she's gonna go through some questions, talk about your experience. I think she said there's some comments that people are. Is your phone on vibrate? And you're gonna have to come in a bit closer, you know. So go into your and over there, there's a lag. There's a lag in the thing, and the mic is like not saying to shout, but you can't to shout into the mic. And that's probably no, it says it there. I think currently we're live on YouTube. I don't know if they can hear us.
do it this way. Yeah. Hi, Val.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How are you?
Well, I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
You know, you're the first guy we're having on the show ever.
Wow. I'm flattered. I feel like I've just been awarded an MBE.
No pressure, no pressure. Okay, I'm gonna try and fix the delay. I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi or what, but I'm gonna try and fix the Wi-Fi.
Do you want to put it on ours? On our thingy?
On what?
Hotspot. Hotspot the phone.
Can do it. Who knows? That may fix it. Who knows?
Before it said medium, now it says strong. She's on mute. That's why I can't hear.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it better?
Okay, that's a little bit faster, so that's cool. So we're gonna go live in about 2 minutes, guys.
Okay.
No swearing, but I don't expect you guys to swear, so it's okay.
No worries. I'm coming 1 second.
Val. No, Val. She said how long?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Babe, quick, please.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do this heat. Okay, let me just connect this. Yeah. Thank you.
Why we need to be quick?
Buddha, can you just try and bring that down? Yeah. Yeah. Because right now. Yeah, thank you.
But don't you want the light to be consistent?
Huh?
Don't you want the light to be consistent?
Okay. I mean, yeah.
You do. Turn it up. Not long left.
Pardon?
Not long left. You'll be good. As soon as it's done, I'll turn it up.
Val.
Hey. Okay. All right. 30 seconds. Oh my gosh, 10%. The battery didn't recharge.
30 seconds. I can't pause. We can't pause this. We can't pause it from this end. We can't pause it from this end.
In a way.
You got 20 seconds.
Hey.
And you're going to be walking in with your orange shorts.
Drake there with What Next. This is Excuse Me Miss right here on the Beat London 103.6 FM. And I am your girl, Miss P. You are tuned into the show with the exclusive focus, well, the only show on the Beat London with an exclusive focus on women doing big things in their respective fields. And tonight I have got a special guest with me. If you were listening earlier, I had my guest Ossie with me, and we're talking about International Cesarean Awareness Month. And today, well, right now, we've got, guys, in Excuse Me Miss history, our first ever Excuse Me Mister. Okay, she worked her wifey powers, and she's got her lovely hubby joining us live as well. So welcome to Val. Hey. How you feeling, sir? We can't hear you.
I'm fine, thank you. I'm just good. A bit tired, long day at work. Got my coffee.
I thought you were gonna say, long day with the baby and all that,
That was me.
So I just wanted to touch base with you quickly and just kind of speak about, if you can tell me how you felt when the doctor told you, your wife's going into labor and the doctor has said to you, we have to do an emergency C-section. What were your thoughts?
So when we went into labor, OC went into labor, we had been sort of preparing for a natural birth. That was her preference. So she kind of was dreading the prospect of having a C-section because of the healing process afterward. So for sort of months, that wasn't our preferred option. So when the doctor then said we were going to go into a C-section, I remember being I actually fell asleep, and then they woke me up, and they're like, yeah, we're going to go into a C-section. Because it was like late in the morning. So when they told me, I was a bit shocked at first, and then I remember having like a feeling of like dread. I was like sad, and I was thinking, oh my God, everything is going wrong. Because we had planned to have a sort of natural birth. So yeah, it was worrying, and then I think the doctor or the midwife could see I was a bit distressed, and she was like, "Oh look, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay." But yeah, I remember definitely feeling depressed and sad. And I was thinking, "Oh my God, we're losing control." And also, I was like really tired, so maybe that didn't help.
We'll blame the tears on you feeling tired, yeah?
Yeah, I was knackered. It was like in the middle of like 3 in the morning or something mad, or 4 in the morning, and I'd been to work.
Right.
So I'd literally been up for now, like almost like, I don't know, 18 hours or something, or 20 hours. It was just mental.
Okay. So tell me what your role was in her recovery in terms of when you guys got home.
Just being as supportive as I could be. Because when with C-sections for husbands and partners out there, it's very traumatic for the female concerned, because they literally cut through your stomach, and then obviously they stitch you up together. So it's like big, massive, like sort of impact on the body. So it's really difficult because you can see your partner in so much pain, and it almost feels like self-inflicted, like, oh my God, we had a baby and look what's happened. You kind of like, you're now injured kind of thing. Initially, that's how I felt anyway. But all you can do is just be supportive and just try and, because you're seeing someone that you love in so much pain, It's not nice. But like I said, you can only just be supportive and just try and help and help with mobility and just be there really. But fortunately for me, the first night when we got back was really stressful.
It's 2 nights.
Or the first 2 nights, yeah, they were like they were awful. I was actually just completely sleep deprived.
Wow.
But I was fortunate.
You were sleep deprived.
I was
But
finished.
you were sleep deprived.
I was even the carer has to be in good health to support her.
Oh, funny.
Oh, too funny.
But unfortunately, my mother-in-law and my mum came over and they took over because in our culture, our mums play a massive role in those initial stages. So they did a lot more than I could ever have hoped to do, and you know, it was amazing to have them. They really
they were. My mum stayed for like a month, and Val's mum stayed like literally cooked every day.
Yeah. So it was amazing to have them, you know, because if not, it would have been a struggle.
That's really great to hear that you had such a great support system. Because I'm just quickly going to read out a comment that I got back, and it was actually quite heartbreaking to hear because I remember one lady said that just trying to find it. She said that some of the key things that I experienced was a little bit of judgment from people who were extended members of my family before the actual birth. People have this negative connotation attached with having a C-section because it's almost as if it's frowned upon. When people came to see the child or when people congratulate you, it's followed with, oh, she had a C-section, like you're a poor thing who's had something tragic happen. Some people's true colors didn't show until I had my second child, when people were saying things like, oh, now you really had a birthing experience. So, I mean, did you ever experience that, Ossie?
No, I think it's because both of our parents both had cesarean sections for their first children. I think because he was premature, and for my older sister, she was breech. So I think they could both just relate that you just have circumstances where you just don't get to choose what birth you want. Whether or not people are going to frown at me for the fact that I'm going in for a section the second time, let them frown. Like it's really horrible that people do that, because at the end of the day, it's still childbirth. However it's delivered, it's childbirth.
And from my perspective, I think it's just about doing whatever will lead to a healthy child and healthy mother. So
Amen.
some people maybe they've had a natural birth the first time and it didn't go well, and for that reason they've opted for a C-section. Well, it went well, but it didn't go as well as they had hoped, so they've opted for a C-section the second time. Or some people it's best for them to have C-sections, some females, because they have trouble giving birth naturally because maybe they have a small pelvis. That's a thing. Actually more because of modern science and medicine, basically more women are surviving childbirth with smaller pelvises, so they're actually passing the gene on to their children. Whereas back in the day before modern science, back in the day before modern science, people who had small pelvises maybe would have died at birth, trying to give birth naturally.
Right.
But now, like the small pelvis
and
gene.
Did you know that you had a small pelvis before giving birth?
Nope. Back in the day, so midwifery.
How do you find that out? Is there a way we can find that out?
No, back in the days, they did a lot of research and trying to like estimate ladies' pelvis sizes by the size of their foot. So if you had a small size foot, they'll usually think that, okay, no, you can't deliver naturally. But I was a size 6. Like, even looking at me, although I'm petite, you wouldn't really look at me and be like, no, as in I'm a size 6 feet, darling, not clothes. But looking at me, you wouldn't think, oh, I've got a small pelvis. Like, so, and it's the inlet.
Yeah.
So you just don't know how your bones are, how close they are together.
Yes, I'll just add to that.
Because go for it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if there's any like any type of like what's the word I'm looking for? Any type of stigma, like negative stigma with C-sections, having experienced it myself, like literally that just makes zero sense. It's just literally about having a healthy mother, healthy child. Like the doctor said to us, we're trying to do this natural birth, and Adesua's heartbeat keeps dropping every time we go to examine, and she won't make it through a natural birth. Like she could effectively, it'll be like suffocating because her oxygen would be cut out if we try to do natural birth for periods of it, and then she could end up having brain damage. So if you're any rational person, you're not going to want your child to come out having brain damage, after just carried them for 9 months and anticipated it. So you're just going to do what you have to do. So it's really silly having heard
By
that
any
comment.
means necessary.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
silly to hear
literally.
that comment that anyone would feel like that. It's just ridiculous. But what can we do? Such is life, eh?
So, no, it is. But I just wanted to touch on a quick note when you spoke about that, because shouts to Candice Braithwaite. She basically wrote an article in January for Grazia, and she said that there's new statistics that reveal that Black women are still 4 times as likely than white women to die in pregnancy and childbirth in the UK. So I just wanted to ask, what was your experience, as a patient? Were you treated nice and were you looked after? Like, did you think you were looked after fairly while you was in hospital? Speaking as a mother and a patient as well as a midwife.
See, yeah, I was, but I've got to be honest. You can't use my experience to guide others, as in other Black females or ladies of color, because I worked there. I purposely chose the hospital in which I used to work at.
Really?
Yeah, knowing that the care.
Okay. So you'd be
like,
like, my friends are going to help me deliver this baby.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're gonna make sure that they cover everything. Everything is like, it's a really precious moment, and you want to make sure nothing goes wrong. So they always say the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. And I looked at it and I said, cool, here's a safe place for me to deliver. But it's unfortunate with that statistics, because it is true, and I do hear, I can see how that happens. Like I have seen ladies of color, like for instance, people talking to them and they're shouting, and I'm like, why are you shouting? And they're like, oh, English isn't her first language. Well, yeah, but she's not deaf. English isn't her first language, but shouting isn't gonna make anything any better. You get stuff like that, or sometimes where if they say they're in pain, it's looked over like, oh, it's like you're strong enough. But it's almost like if they see a Black lady that's in pain, you should be strong. If the lady is Caucasian, it's almost just like, oh, she's weak, she's frail. So I do see a lot of that, unfortunately, still.
Okay, no, that's good. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on and giving us your time, especially you, Val. So thank you so much. We're gonna sign out to another one of Ossie's choices. I think she might want to dedicate it to you, Val. This is Fantasia. When I see you, I'm gonna play next. But I just wanted to ask if you guys wanted to leave any, last words to any mothers or couples expecting that possibly think they may have to have a cesarean, or people that don't know if they will. Just any last words that you have, any advice that you have for our listeners?
I would say that if you end up with a cesarean section, it is not a failure. You've delivered that baby, and when you think about the pregnancy, you think about the life of that child. That is literally like 2 minutes, like a whole lifespan of whether you've carried the pregnancy to actually like looking after that child. So it's never a failure. It's still a massive achievement to be able to go through that and survive it and heal and stuff like that. And I am pro sections when it needs to be. I'll be having a section next time, and if they want to frown, let them frown.
Yes.
Well, I can't thank you guys enough. Go on, Val. What have you got? Val, you got any last words?
Yeah, I'll just say for guys who are with partners that are having C-sections, just be as supportive as you can be. Like that's all you can do. And ultimately, it's just about having a safe delivery, whichever way that happens.
Fantastic. Thank you, guys. And where can the people find you? How can they find you? Do you want to drop your socials?
Yeah, so I'm at Igbo Princess, so IGBO Princess.
And I am just looking now.
Valentine _O.
No, Valentine _O. I had to check.
Okay, __O. All right, so we're gonna leave you guys with Fantasia When I See You. This is Ossie dedicating it to her hubby Val, and congratulations on your brand new baby. And
Thank
here's
you.
to many more. Okay.
Thank you. Woo woo.
Guys.
Bye.
Kiss, can we get a kiss? 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 Bye.
She left you hanging.
Give us a kiss goodbye. Give us a kiss goodbye. Give us a kiss goodbye.
How many times?
She wants to kiss her.
We love to see it. We love to see it. Thank you, guys. Bye.
See you later. Bye. Thanks for having us.
Bye. Thank you for
Bye.
having me.